Let's talk businesses. More are making work from home permanent. How's that going to change the way we operate going forward?
Gosh, I mean, there's just so many second order effects here. Obviously, you can see a reallocation of capital out of commercial real estate into residential real estate. So Best Buy and Restoration Hardware should do really well, as we're all kind of realizing I'd rather have a new carpet and a new computer stand. Commuting, you can imagine that radio might decline because we're not spending as much time in our car. You could see Florida boom because of people no longer to be commuting to a office in Midtown. Maybe they decide to move to a lower tax, higher sunshine state. So dramatic reallocation of capital, dramatic reallocation of your time, all sorts of second order effects here, Stephanie. It's hard to even fathom what kind of second order effects. All of a sudden we could decide to stop commuting and emissions could go down. It's been so beautiful out. I don't know how it's been in New Jersey, but it's been spectacular here. And one's got to think, do we leave behind commuting? So dramatic impacts on our lives and the economy.
Let's talk about schools, because now that more and more schools are preparing for virtual learning in the fall, you and I have talked a lot about the massive inflation in the price of college. What does this do to it all?
This is probably the catalyst for what will be the fist of stone hitting one of the largest chins that has ever been stuck out in business. And that is, over the last 40 years, tuition has exploded 1,400%. And across America, we're seeing this collective statement from parents saying, this is what I've been paying for. It's not that they are really disappointed in their Zoom classes. They're disappointed in the education their kids are receiving as revealed by Zoom. And if you take the experience part out of education, if you take out the 4 years of what I'll call childcare / marination of your 18 to 22-year-old out, it's going to be very difficult for what I'll call tier 2 universities to continue to charge $58,000 a year. So, Stephanie, the Ivies are fine.
Okay,
that's only 0.5%. Go ahead.
And that's what I want you to stay with. You're going to see the best, biggest schools partner with big tech and find creative solutions. But there is an enormous amount of colleges that we might not need to have here in the United States that cost tens of thousands of dollars, that do not offer great post-college career opportunities or education opportunities. Are we going to start to see those schools go away?
Of the 2,800 schools, Stephanie, if you find there's probably 1,000 schools that have Tier 1 tuitions, charge $48,000 to $58,000, have Tier 2 brands, have preyed on the hopes and dreams of the American middle class who believe that they need to send their kids to college at any cost, have small endowments. These schools are about to become to education what department stores are to retail, and that is they're about to begin a death march. You're going to see enrollments expand dramatically across some of the better universities, whether it's Michigan, Wisconsin, the University of California system, 250,000 students, Cal State system, 500,000 students, because if you can take 50% of your classes online, Stephanie, that's the equivalent of doubling the size of your campus. The Tier 1 schools will be fine. They'll reach further in their waiting list and pull them up. It'll be great. Never been a better time to be on the waiting list of a Tier 1 school, which will force the Tier 2 to go deeper into their waiting list. And then the Tier 3s will be forced to reach into their waiting list. But guess what, Stephanie? They don't have waiting lists. We could see 500 to 1,000 universities in the United States go out of business in the next 5 years. Show me a business that hasn't cut its costs in 40 years. And there's just one: education.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.